Hello, today is the 17th of September 2016. On Thursday's close, we had a MEJT target around 2139. That was hit immediately. It proved to be a very good support resistance level and also identified the close. During the day, MEJT said this drop was a false move and that after this time that this price would print, that this price would print. And there's the dot to show that it did. No new MEJT targets. Well, we've been looking for a 3-week drop, of which 1 week is complete, and we had much lower targets. So the question is that going to work or not? Well, if today's or Friday's pattern were all we had to look at, this is a pretty positive pattern unless we negate it by gapping down and quickly undercutting these lows. Specifically, we gapped down, hit a new low, undercut that low, and couldn't hold on to any of them. Unless we undercut this low promptly on Monday, that should lead to higher prices. So the question is, what are the odds that we're going to undercut that low promptly? Well, we're still on the combo and sequential sell on the daily chart. Here's a new sell on the 15-minute chart. Here's bar 13. Now, when number 8 is lower than number 5, which is here, the chances of failure of the signal increase. But if it works, the fact that the number of the highest bar, which is 5, is so low, tends to lead to a very big drop. The lower the number, the bigger the drop, if it works. Here's our TD line. There's a valid break. It's still calling for lower prices, much lower, in like the 2050s or 2060s by the time it finally gets hit. Well, I can come up with one plausible explanation, but that requires changing our count. Let's say here's B, and if this is wave A as it was and that's B, if wave C ends here, it's pretty much equal to A. At that point, you can subdivide wave C into this A and the B, which is right at the 50. Here's B, and then C with the mark is half of A. So that's a pretty picture. And then if you look at this wave C in purple, you can see that if that's A and that's B, we're just playing Fibonacci ping pong. And when we break out of this, we should drop down to this line, which is in the middle 2070s, which is pretty close to the target that we get from this pattern, because you have to subtract from this line. If it takes us 2 weeks to reach that price in the 2070s, everything should line up to hit the 2070s in about 2 weeks. So all this is dependent upon gapping down Monday and sharply undercutting these lows, and everything remains on track for a drop into the 2070s or so. If that isn't what happens Monday, then I'm kind of stumped. If it doesn't happen, we should rally Monday, and I'm going to have to reassess things at the end of the day, and that's today's call.